So obviously you're on your phone all the time, and if you run a small business, then you're probably going to be on your phone quite a bit, not only using it for your personal stuff like social media and just wasting a lot of time on it, but you also got to make money with your phone. So in this video I wanted to go over what is on my phone and kind of how I use it for business, and basically what apps I'm using, and just kind of give you guys an overlook of what I'm rocking on my phone. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into my phone and get started. So I'm using the iPhone XR. It's kind of old now. It's an XR, I think a 10, right? 10 XR. So 10, we're at 12 now. I wanted to get the 12, but it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, you want the phone, or you want it, but you don't want to spend the money on it. And me, I don't want to spend money on anything really. I haven't gotten it yet. I probably won't get it. I know if I do get the 12 too, if I get the 12, I'll probably get the mini, which is like probably one of the worst ones, but I really like it for some reason. And then if I get the 12, they're gonna come out with the 13, and then it's just gonna be a waste of money. And they're expensive phones too, so I don't want to spend all that money on a new phone when I don't need to, because this is a perfectly good XR and it hasn't broke yet. So if it does break, I'll probably get a new one, but until then, I'm not going to. So got the iPhone XR. I have a Amazon case, a cheap Amazon case. I got it when I got the phone. I got a tempered glass on here. One thing with tempered glass, I feel like you always break the tempered glass, but if you didn't have the tempered glass on there, you probably wouldn't break your screen. I think it's because it's like elevated and it kind of comes up and it like just catches on anything that if you were to drop it, just catches on that. So it always just breaks, but definitely want to protect it. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty basic, super cheap tempered glass. Don't go to the store and get it. Don't even go to Target and get it because it's just way overpriced. Go on Amazon, go on eBay. They're super cheap. It's like a couple bucks probably for a tempered glass, or a couple of them. So go on Amazon. If you didn't already know, now you know. And yeah, protect your phone that way. So if we jump into my phone, what we got, we'll start from the left. And on the left, I got all my widgets basically. And this is kind of like a cool feature in my opinion, but what I got up here to the left is the weather. So here in San Diego, it's usually hot. If it's not hot, then it's gonna be hot. And if it's not hot, then it's probably hot. So 81 degrees today, usually it's around there. So I don't know why I have it on there. It's usually just like that all the time. Then right next to it, I got my batteries. Usually I have my watch on there and my AirPods. Funny thing about my AirPods, go watch the previous video, or 2 videos ago, or I don't know, one of the previous videos, and I talk about my AirPods. Super interesting thing there, so go check it out. No, it's not really interesting, but go check it out anyway. I'll leave a link up here. And then right below that, to the left, I got my Audible widget. If you are in business or just in self-improvement in general, listening to audiobooks definitely helps you out a lot. You learn a lot of things. I always try to read 1 book a week. I don't tend to do that. It takes a little bit longer probably, but it's nice to have the widget on here because I can always see it and be like, oh yeah, okay, I have to read today. So I'll listen to an audiobook a little bit. Right now I'm listening to Winning by Tim Grover. Basically it's kind of the mindset on winning. He has a lot of good insight in that book. So I'm almost done with it. It's been really good so far. Definitely recommend checking that one out. It's not too long of a read. But yeah, listening to self-improvement books and stuff like that is definitely something I like to do. So if you are in business, I would definitely recommend doing that if you're not already. And then right next to that, I got the crypto market basically. I like to see what's going on there. Then right below that, I got the top stories of the news. This was really helpful when all this pandemic stuff hit in the beginning. It was nice to see when the stimulus checks were gonna come and all that stuff. So I don't really use it anymore. I don't really like listening to the news or watching the news because it's all just crap in my opinion. But I still have it here just to kind of check it out sometimes. Then right below that, I got my Spotify. Spotify is really what I use for podcasts and stuff like that. I use it for music as well. I listen to a lot of podcasts though, so I always use Spotify for my podcasts. Then if we go to my home screen here, pretty basic, nothing too special. Honestly, it's not that aesthetically pleasing, I would say, but it just works for me. I have everything that I kind of use all the time on the home screen. So if you kind of go down there, I got my email, my Gmail. I got my Google Calendar when I want to put something in there that I need to remember. I got my notes. I use that ever so often. My clock for my alarm, because I have to have an alarm every morning if I want to wake up at a certain time. Usually it's hard to do so, but yeah, we all know. Weather, again, settings. The maps, I use that all the time, every single freaking day, not because I'm lost, but because I do a lot of mobile work for my business. So I always have to figure out where I'm going and get addresses and pretty much do all that stuff. So I use that every single day. That's like one of my heavy hitters for my business is the Maps app, and helps me out a lot. Right next to that, I got books. In here, it's just basically Audible and books for the actual iPhone app for it. And then I got over here investment stuff. So Crypto Pro, basically I can check that out just to kind of see what the prices are. Binance, I don't really use that anymore. I used that a little bit when I first got into crypto. Not really anymore, just because it's kind of weird. There's just better apps out there. Robinhood, I still use Robinhood, use that a lot, quite often. Webull, use that a little bit. Credit Karma, that's not an investment thing, so I don't know why it's there, but it's there. Coinbase Pro, I check that a lot just to kind of see what the prices are, and I like to buy my crypto on there to transfer to Coinbase. Hopefully that's not too much information. I don't think it is though. And then I got my Coinbase. Keep a lot. Never mind. Then the wallet for Coinbase. I don't know. Crypto's weird. You gotta have all these like stupid things for it. The authenticator for Google. Then Discord. Blah blah blah. Investment stuff. Then the juicy stuff right here. Business. So in here, what I have is Bigger Pockets, the app. I like to go through there and just check out like what they're talking about. I guess that's business, right? It's real estate stuff. So I like to get into real estate investing, and basically that's kind of business stuff. So Bigger Pockets, Google Voice, I use that for a phone number that I don't want to use my personal phone number for. Zillow, again, real estate stuff. Google Sheets, use that ever so often. Notion is super cool. If you haven't heard of Notion's awesome. I've been recommending it to everybody, except I don't really know how to explain it. Basically what Notion is, yeah, I don't really know how to explain it. Look it up, it's really, really cool, but you can kind of basically put different pages inside of here. And like, for example, what I have in here, you know, monthly expenses, a course accelerator thing, something, getting to quick to-dos, just put quick to-dos. It has a little checkbox next to it. You write it down, what you need to do. Once you get it done, check it off. Super simple, but it's just really cool to have it digital, I guess, have it on my phone, have it on my laptop, instead of using a piece of paper, which I was using and I still use. I just like to have it digital. I like to kind of digitalize all my stuff, and it kind of helps with, you know, I don't know, just keeping it, it's cool in my opinion. Personal reading list, so if I hear about a book, I put it in here. It's nice to do that. YouTube video ideas for the YouTube channel. So if I ever think of one, you know, in the shower, whatever, if I just think of a YouTube video, I like to put it in here. Then the weekly agenda, this is what I use all the time. This is basically what I use Notion for. I like to use it for, you know, just putting down what I have to do throughout the day, and then just checking it off all throughout the day. It keeps me organized. It just helps with my personal, you know, preference for it. I really like using that. I use it all the time, every single week, and it really helps with my productivity for sure. So Notion's really cool. I haven't used it too much on business stuff. It's more or less personal. I'm just kind of getting into it, but again, it's really cool. I'm gonna use it for my business stuff too. For my course that I actually offer, the people that I'm working with for it, they actually use it a lot too, and that's what the course accelerator stuff was. So they use that. It's nice to be able to like share these pages with other people, but there's so many different customizable ways that you can use it. That's what I really like about it. It's just fun to use. I don't know. If we move on, I got Meetup. Obviously, you know what Meetup is. Venmo, I get paid through Venmo a lot through my business. If you're not accepting, you know, digital payments, then you really should be, because it's super easy. It goes straight to your bank account. A lot of people like to use it, especially right now during all of this stuff going on in the world. Canva, I use that ever so often, just kind of edit like photos or make flyers for my business and stuff like that. LinkedIn, don't really use that too often. Fiverr, I've used it like probably once. But it is really cool for like, you know, independent contractors and just getting little things done. Fun fact, the YouTube banner on my page, it was actually made by someone that was on Fiverr that I paid to make, because I'm not very techie, and I just paid him $5, I think, to make it. And yeah, really easy, cool to use. I'm on it ever so often. Cash App, I get paid through Cash App quite a bit. PayPal, I get paid through PayPal quite a bit. Square, I get paid through Square quite a bit. Zelle, you can get it, right? Calendly, I use that for my course. So if somebody wants to talk on the phone about what windshield repair is, we can, you know, schedule a call on there. It just kind of helps keep things organized. Makes it really easy too. You can just book it online. Yelp Business is really cool too. I get a lot of clients through there. It's kind of where I manage all of my Yelp stuff for my business. Really cool app, I like using that. I don't really like Yelp very much, but that's a whole topic in itself. Messenger for Facebook, Stripe, I get paid through that too. Yelp, WordPress. WordPress is where I built my website basically, so it's nice to have that app there. Clubhouse, I don't use it too often, but I should. Freshbooks, Freshbooks awesome too. Just like Notion, Freshbooks is freaking awesome. I pretty much built my business on Freshbooks. I keep all of my expenses in there. I keep all of my income in there just to easily track it, just to jot it down, keep track of everything, how much I'm making every month, every day, every week, every year. Helps with taxes, helps with all that. I do mobile work, like I said, so it tracks my miles that I'm using. So it's nice to have that because I can write that off at the end of the year. FreshBooks is awesome. I will actually leave a link down below for FreshBooks to give it a try if you guys are in a small business or you need something to use, like accounting software. Wallet, I get paid through that. Apple Pay, stuff like that. Facebook ads, I run a lot of Facebook ads, so it's nice to have the app just to easily access that. I'm not the greatest with words. And then we move over to bills. Bills are bills, you know, you gotta pay all your bills, my credit cards, my bank stuff, my electricity, my rent, my insurance, my phone, all that stupid bills. So all that money I make in Venmo and Cash App and Zelle and all that all goes to the bills. Not really, but you know, you get it. Starbucks, okay, I know what you guys are gonna say, you know.
Chris talks about frugal and not spending money and don't buy Starbucks.
But let's be real, I like to go get, you know, my latte with my girlfriend, some puppuccinos with the dogs. It's cool to, you know, be able to get out, go have some good coffee. And yes, I like Starbucks. Starbucks is good coffee. And just get out. It's nice to do that sometimes. So, you know, don't always, you know, keep all of your money to yourself. Spend a little bit of it just to kind of keep yourself sane because it's very important. Move down to Spotify. Again, I use that for my podcast and listening to music. Facebook, I use that all the time. Just social media in general, I guess. My bank. Instagram, I get a lot of clients through Instagram. So again, if you're not using, you know, social media for your business, what are you doing? Honestly, I use pretty much all of social media for my business. I also use it for my personal stuff, but you know, I try to keep it for my business. And then just down below is the widget for Notion. Again, I use Notion a lot, so I like to have the widget here. It's easy to just click on that, go to my agenda, go to my reading list if I want to, YouTube video ideas, stuff like that. Then we move over. Basically what this is, nothing much. All of my apps just kind of put in like a certain folder. Education, healthcare and fitness, extras, photo and video. I have a lot of my stuff in here that I like to use for like my videos on my Instagram or my photos on my Instagram for my business. YouTube stuff, obviously YouTube Studio, YouTube Tracker, the YouTube app. I watch a lot of YouTube, so stuff for the channel too. Video editing, picture editing, stuff like that. Apps for that stuff. Travel, music, Apple apps, Google Sheets, stuff like that. Yeah, all of it's really junk, but basically that's kind of how I have my phone set up. Again, I like to use it for business. I don't always use it for business. I do use it for my personal stuff too. But yeah, that's kind of how I have my phone set up for my business. Any of those apps that you don't have, check them out. They work for me, they work for my business. Always try to find new apps to use for your business just to make things run smoother. But yeah, that's basically it. That's all I got for you guys in this video. I was super excited to make this video. I don't know really why. It was just kind of like a cool idea to me. I like watching these videos, so if you got any value, definitely leave a like on this video. Subscribe to my channel. I talk a lot about minimalism, frugal living, saving money, stuff like that. Just that niche of topics. And if you like this stuff, definitely consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.